What's up, you guys? David here, 78 El Camino with no door panels or pretty much anything. Also, this seat is completely fixed and I'm gonna have to gangster lean the heck out of this, so if I look awkward while driving this, it's because I am awkward while driving this, so let's just go have fun. To turn this thing on, I had to put a kill switch on, then I had to hit 2 switches, then I had to put the key in, turn the key, to hit 1 more up, and it turns on. The owner says he wants an experience, he's got an experience. Also, auto trans, that is pretty similar feeling to a dog box, basically without a clutch, so this should be interesting. So, today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in a 1978 El Camino that is just completely badass, matte black, almost Mad Maxed out, but it's like clean at the same time. I can't even describe it. I saw the picture of it, I have to drive it, then he pulls in and I'm like, oh my God, the body lines and everything are super clean. And El Caminos are one of those cars that are almost completely forgotten about. You never really see them anymore unless they're all trashed or ratty. A friend of mine named Todd had one with an LS3 in it, but didn't bother to do any of the body. This car, it's almost the opposite. Everything on this car is pretty much touched. 1999, Z28, almost everything. The motor is a 305 Chevy, also from a Z28. Suspension, also from a Z28. And ironically, it sits, I was reaching for a blinker. Wow! It has little carbon fiber mirrors on it. It has scoops from the Trans Am on it, and wow, does it turn in. What's so interesting though is that this car sits so pretty. I thought it had coils or something on it, but no, he's like, no, everything under there is Z28, 4-link in the back. And does it have a crap ton of horsepower? No, but does it sound good? Yes. And it sounds like it has a cam in it, but it doesn't. It has a nice carburetor system in it, and it sounds awesome. This sprocket wheel feels so nice, like 100%. The dash is so simplistic. It reminds me of the 2J RX-7 I did, where it was just suede, squared off, and that's it. Squared off door panels, a little, basically looks like a piece of harness to pull open the door, and that's it. I feel like a country boy in this thing. Tell you what, we were laughing about it earlier during the still shots. We were like, man, you gotta have a mullet to drive this thing. And I love kind of the yellow-green headlights in the front in contrast with the matte black, and the front bumper and everything has that nice low aggressive stance to it. And you think with it just being a nice square body, you'd think it'd be kind of boring looking, but it's not. The rear of it has part of the bumper taken off, but the El Camino is an interesting platform. Why? Because people have always rumored for it to come back, but then Holden kind of came along in Australia and kind of sort of brought it back, but we never got it back in the States. But the El Camino was a response to the success of the Ford Ranchero, and the Ford Ranchero was a pretty cool little truck car, and GM came along going, well, we gotta build a little truck car, obviously. So they made the El Camino in response to that. Then they stopped for like a few years. Well, then they brought it back on the Chevelle platform, and then later on the G-Body platform. What's really interesting though is the car is twitchy, not in a bad way. It just turns in extremely fast that I'm not ready for it. With the long wheelbase, it just darts. You'd think with the long wheelbase it wouldn't be like this, but just barely turn in. It turns in just as sharp as a freaking Miata. It's ridiculous. I keep reaching for a blinker. This thing would be so great just to cruise around town, have a good time. It's already gotten like 3 thumbs up since we started this video, not even joking. I will say these racing seats and the harnesses really do suit this car, because it actually does hold you in place pretty well, because when you go into a corner, just nice and easy. Brakes work great, by the way. Yeah, the 305 motor makes a ton of noise. Does it go anywhere? Not so much. It's more for the experience. And I mean, like I said before, to start this car is the experience. Sometimes you work with what you got, and what's great about this car is they really cleaned up everything. I've never seen an El Camino like this. And when he rolled in today, we were just staring at it. The wheels with the little black on it has a cool illusion when it's rolling down the road. And being a little truck car, it is one of the weirdest car shapes ever developed, without a doubt. And it's a love or hate relationship. I think a lot of people hate the El Camino because it's so unorthodox, and that's also why they stopped selling them. Because people kind of got over that, oh, that's cool, a car truck, and then they're like, well, wait, trucks are so great now, why don't I just buy a truck? So they moved on from the platform, and I totally understand that. Full throttle, go, baby. Throwing the boat. I don't think I ever broke the law. Another thing too is he has the fuel cell in the bed, which is awesome. We went to go get gas earlier and he's like, no big deal. It just popped open the bed. Kind of adds a like race car sense to it. And this shifter is just insane. It's so cool. I love how it's like literally eye level with me. He wants to do a dog box in it, and that would be really cool because it would feel very satisfying to rip this shifter over and over again. What's interesting is it has grip, and I'm kind of mind blown by it. The reason I'm mind blown by it is a lot of the times cars that have a light bed like that or not a lot of weight in the back, especially with this long wheelbase, you'd think it would just be kind of a weird sensation, but it turns in almost instantly. And these old school kind of wheel and tire setup, it works great. Get it going, roll out a little bit. It makes so much noise. A lot of the classic cars I've done recently, they'll have this dead zone in the steering. So you'll turn a little bit in and nothing will happen. In this car, you turn a little bit in, it's already moving. So I've been hitting a bump in the road and it divots all the way to the left or all the way to the right. So you do have to be a little bit careful because it really does want to turn in so hard. Whoa. So smooth. The ride itself is unbelievably smooth. Once you get the momentum going, it is pretty confidence inspiring. I'm actually shocked. I literally thought today it would be like this around corners. I was completely wrong, and I'm happy that I'm wrong. I love when cars like this prove me wrong. It's the best. Another thing too is the cowl hood actually adds a little bit of aggressiveness to it because you're looking over it a little bit. And since I'm kind of having a gangster lean on this, it's kind of funny I'm eye level with the cowl. You want to talk about American flags and bald eagles, man. I have faith in you, car. It's like you take a Chevelle, a truck, and then a Miata. Like, that's what it feels like, because it turns in so fast like a Miata. Oh yeah, here we go. Feels good downhill. Yeah. Give it a little bit of power, it goes right around. What's funny is this car actually might be destined to be an autocross car, and once it gets the momentum going, I think it'll do actually really well. Really, I kid you not, guys, I've never had to really brake once around the corners. I'm in it almost the entire time. I'm sitting nice and low in the cabin, and it just right around the corner, right around the corner. Another thing too is, you see that's a beautiful sunny day today. Well, thank God it's a beautiful sunny day today, because he doesn't have windows, period. Like there's no crank, there's no electric, nothing. Weight reduction, of course. I gotta lean down to get to the floor. God, I feel like one of those guys who drives like 12 o'clock like this. No, where's my life gone? Okay, go, please. I will say though, under the hood of this car is beautiful. The motor is perfectly chrome and clean and simple, and it sits there perfectly. And it has that classy kind of vibe to it. And this whole car is like, I'm going into battle, but nice and smooth. That's what I feel like. So on that note, I hope you all enjoyed this quick little review video. I know that I did. What do you guys think about this awesome El Camino? I'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe and have a fantastic day. Okay, bye.